Hi, I'm going to do a quick thing on cameras here, and you'll see I added a camera. And actually, I've animated this camera. If you zoom in here, you'll see what the camera icon looks like, meaning what represents the camera. I can also select it, and I should be able to hit the S key. We can see it in all these views, okay? This is the actual camera we're looking through itself. You'll see I have two choices here. The default camera is our overall view of stuff, which shows me where that camera is. You see we're behind it right here. But I really want to look through that camera. So I'm going to go down to camera, so I'm looking through this actual camera now. If you look at it, we picked a sensor size of 70 millimeters, so this is going to be like a 70 millimeter camera plane, which is like that, a piece of 70 millimeter film, twice the size of 35. I may as well shoot it, I'm not paying for it. And the focal length of the lens is 20 millimeters. What that means, so we're all clear about it, that means it's a very wide angle lens. And it's going to show me that angle with that framed box that comes out of it. So that's how much it's seeing, is the size of those four lines that make that box. Now, what I'm going to animate doing this is that we're going to animate me changing the focal length of that lens. That's a 20 millimeter lens looking at plane and a couple of primitives. And we're going to change it to a 200 millimeter lens over time. We're actually animating it, the focal length right here. That focal length refers to the distance of the nodal point of the lens from the film plane. So the further that is, the more narrow the angle of view I'm going to get. If we select the camera, which we are selected, and we look at our keyframing here, you'll see that we've keyframed the focal length, and then from here to here, I'm doing an optical trick, which you can see up there. What I'm doing is I'm keyframing the focal length getting wider while I'm moving the camera closer. So it's seeing more, but it's coming in as it does it. Because of that, the number of objects stay in frame, but the way we see them changes drastically from the way we see them telephoto to the way we see them very wide angle. Let me scrub along the timeline, you'll see what that does. Very wide angle, we're very far away. We zoom in to here, and then from here we start trucking in, which is to move the camera in, plus we make the lens wider. If I go here, you'll see that my lens goes to probably 200 millimeter. Is that right? I'm sorry, it goes wider, it goes to 20 millimeter. It goes from 200 millimeters down to 20. Wider, see that? And it gives us that really interesting perspective shift. I might want to, because I spend a lot of time on it anyway, look at my curve editors, because then I can, this is my focal length change, and one of these is going to be position. Focal length, and where's our position? Position X, Y, and Z. Oh, and you know what I bet? I bet they're too zoomed out to see. Yep, there they are. There's my position Z, I'm going to guess. Position Y is there. Let's see if we can select all three of these. Focal length, but there they all go at once. So what's happening here is that we see our focal length goes from 20 to 200 right there. And let's just make sure that we have our camera up there. So that's a 200. Then, as we go back to 20, we move in with the camera. I can probably align these a little bit better so that they happen, because it seems to be more happening near the end. Although, for now, that gives us a rough idea what we're talking about with a camera. Just so you know, you can change the zoom in and out. You can change where it is. There's also something called a target camera that lets me put a target on top of something if I want to. But we'll talk about that in another video.